Claire, welcome to your chair yoga practice. This practice is designed to be suitable for everybody, so no matter who you are, what level of experience, what age you are, what ability you have, you can practice chair yoga with me and get fit where you sit. I'll be giving you lots of options throughout the class, so please choose the ones that feel the best for you today in your body. Are you ready? Let's get started. So in sitting mountain, or just come a little bit to the front of the chair if you haven't already. Just allow a little space behind so you can sit up tall in your seat, and just notice what happens when you sit up tall. Immediately there's more space to breathe, things start to feel a little bit lifted, yeah? And then from there we'll just check in, make sure that our beautiful feet are pointing forward. We've got our middle toe, knee, inner hip bones in line. And also under the knee, we have our ankle sitting directly under. Lift all the toes up and just spread them out nice and wide, placing them down onto the floor, just feeling that connection, that kind of grounding into the earth. And then you can let your shoulders roll up and back and down. You can do that a few times if you like. Some movement into the upper body. And then just let them drop into the back. Hands can be down if you like on your lap, or up, whatever feels more comfortable for you. And let's start to breathe here. So we'll take a few rounds of breath. Just feeling into our body, feeling into our mind, our emotions, our energy, and our breath itself. Just noticing where we are when we've just arrived here in this moment. Where are we right now? It doesn't matter where that is. There's no right or wrong answer to that question. Just noticing what is. And just letting bit by bit your awareness settle just on your breath. So not worrying anymore what's happening in the physical body or the mind, just letting your whole focus be on your breath. And for a few more rounds, just simply breathing. Ready, just gently opening your eyes. Notice how you feel just from simply breathing just for a moment. It can really, for me anyway, it makes a huge difference. It doesn't take long. So let's move down to our feet now. We're going to once again pick the toes up off the ground and press the bottom of the feet down. And going back to that toe spreading, let's start from the pinky toe and roll the toes in one at a time. And that's it, and we'll go pinky one at a time. And it doesn't matter if they do move together, but try to see if they could move separately and individually. And then we're just going to roll them back the other way from the big toe back out to the pinky. I always have to concentrate a little bit more going this way. And then one more. And then from here, let the toes spread out and come back to earth. Notice under the ball of your foot and under the heel. Feel that connection to the earth. And then lift the heels off the ground, put more weight into the balls of the feet. And then come back and lift the balls of the feet off the ground, put more weight into the heels. And lifting through balls of the feet, through the heels, and to the balls of the feet, and to the heels. See that shifting of weight. And then notice that shifting of weight side to side. So rocking the knees towards the right and to the left, but only a little bit. So this is more about the bottom of the foot. So the ankle might feel stretched, the knees just move naturally. Just for now. One more over to the left. Now we're just going to now move the knees a little bit more. So letting them move over towards the left a little more. Maybe the ankles will kind of roll over so the feet go onto the blade edges, onto the side of the feet. Yeah. And then one more. And then coming back into the center and just feel that grounding in the middle now. Maybe pick the toes up one more time and spread them out and let them ground back down. And another one for our feet. Draw the toes in towards you like you're pulling something towards you with your toes. Scrunch up your feet. And then spread the toes wide, ground into the bottom of the feet. And then scrunch them in again. And then spread them out. And then scrunch them in. And spread them out. And then just let them land again. Just notice how that feels in your feet. Then from there we'll push into the right leg a little bit and just come up to the tippy toe of the left foot. We're just going to roll the ankle around here. Now if you want, you can keep your foot connected to the ground. I actually quite like doing this with my foot connected to the ground. You're welcome to lift your leg up if you want to. I'm going to keep down. Just changing directions there. And then just letting that foot come down and gently drawing the right foot up and taking circles 3 each way and really feel into it. I think I really like having the connection to the ground because it gives me like a sense of resistance as I'm turning around, and I'm actually building strength in my ankle joint as I'm doing this, and I feel I can control it a lot more having that weight of the leg on top. So bring the foot back down to the earth and just notice how that feels on the bottom of your feet or your muscles of your feet, the tops of your feet. Then from here we'll ground down again into that right leg, and this time we're going to bring the left leg back. Now some of you might like to be on your tippy toes and others might like to curl the foot under. And from here you can just take a little movement side to side across the top knuckles of the toes. And just make sure that feels okay for you. It might not work for everyone, depends on the floor you're on, might be a bit hard. So just feel what's right for you. You can go on the tips of the toes or the tops of the toes. It's a lot of T's. All right, and then just hold that there for a little stretch through the front of the foot. Taking a couple of breaths. And we'll gently release that. And we'll just do the same on the other side, so tucking the toes under and a little rock side to side or just across the tips of the toes if that feels better for you. And I'm not putting a lot of weight on here, just as much as feels like it's not hurting me. So just as much as you can, you feel is right. And then just stretching that out across the top of the foot. Oh, this one needed it more than the other side today. Another breath or two here. And then gently bring that out and place the foot on the ground. Take another breath here and just notice how that all feels. Now, we're going to keep our right leg down, bring the left leg forward, a little bend into the knee. And then we're just going to point and flex this foot now. So we're feeling again into that flexion movement of the ankle. We did a little bit of this when we lifted our heels up and down. Flexion, and with our foot out here we get a little bit more of that extension there. So let's hold that foot down now. Press the top of the foot into the bottom of the foot into the floor, but the top of the bottom of the foot, so under the balls of the feet. If you need to, you can bring your foot a bit closer. Make sure you can get that top of the bottom of the foot down onto the ground. And feel that lengthening through the front of the ankle. We often go the other way with our stretches, don't we? But this way also is really important. Take another breath here. And then slowly bring that foot back in, and we'll just do the same on the other side. So stretching out, flexing, pointing. Feels so good. I can literally feel the energy in my feet waking up that chi, that beautiful energy. So let's point the foot down now. Feel that connection of the whole foot on the ground. Keep your breath flowing. Again, they feel really different for me. I don't know about you. And then gently bring that foot back in. Just take a breath here again. Just feel down again once more into your feet and notice how that feels. Now from here, let's take a little walk gently around to the side of the chair, coming into sitting mountain on the right side. And from there, we're going to keep our right leg where it is and open the left leg out, maybe to a V-shaped leg. And if you want to stay in a V-shaped leg, you can keep your whole foot connected to the floor and just drop the knee. Now we're not going to put any pressure onto that leg, so having that knee dropped in won't be too dangerous right now. So we want to just press into the outer edge of the foot. That's the idea. So it's more about the ankle. And then if it feels comfortable to extend that leg out, feel free and turn the toes maybe to face that right wall, if that works for your foot, and press again out into the outer edge of the foot. So again, like a little stretch for the ankle, right? Outer edge of the ankle, maybe the outer edge of the leg. You can have your foot anywhere to do this as well. Take another breath here. Slowly return that in. Take your time and we'll come back over to the middle again and then over to the other side. Just taking your time to walk around, just checking in. This is a different side now, so it might be different feeling. So we can go to a V shape if you like, and keep pressing out through that outer edge, almost like trying to push your ankle out towards the front. Or maybe extending out, could be in front, could be to the side. And that will probably just depend how your hips feel in this position. So pressing down into both feet and maybe letting that ankle just sort of feel like it's moving forward, but the outer edge of that foot, that pinky toe side and the big ball of the foot under the big toe feel weighted down. Take another breath. And slowly we'll release that. Take your time, walk back in first, and then come back around to sitting mountain, my squeaky chair. And then just take another breath here. Notice how that feels. Wow, I feel so energetic. Now from here, we might sort of reverse that. We don't really do this move very often. We're going to come onto the big toe side of the foot and just let the knees knock in towards each other. But I didn't take my feet too wide like I normally would, because I want to actually just feel that there's a little bit of shortening on this side and a bit of lengthening on that side. So just find that place for you. We'll just take a couple of breaths here. You're like, wow, you don't do this very often, do you? One more breath. And then just roll the foot back to the center and walk the feet back into sitting mountain. Take another breath down into the feet. Breathing out. And really notice how those feet feel. One more move we're going to do today is to bring the feet under us now. So if that doesn't feel comfortable, of course, keep your feet flat onto the floor. If you want, you can move your feet back and press your heels down towards the floor and press into the balls of the feet. So you'll probably feel like you're pressing the legs down, but the upper body lifts up as you press down into the balls of the feet. So just one more stretch here for our Achilles and our calves. We've got the opportunity today to move, work on our mobility, work on our strength by using mobility with resistance, and then we can work on our flexibility as well by doing these stretches. And we're also, let's come out of that, bring that forward if you're in it, just building up the energy and the circulation and awareness of our feet. Our feet are our connection to the earth. They receive so much information, so it's really, really important to look after them and let them know that we haven't forgotten about them. And doing things like this also make sure that the patterns from our feet to our brain stay active, and therefore helps us with things like balance and all of that stuff. So these things are things that we don't often do. They're very what's considered to be simple movements, but man, are they important. So let's finish off with a short little moment of being still to let all of those effects take hold in our system. So you can close your eyes if you want to. You can relax back. Just do whatever feels comfortable for you here. Or just sit for a moment, hands down or hands up, hands by your side if you want. Just bringing your awareness from your feet back into your breath. Just feeling into the body, the mind, the energy. Notice if anything's changed. And just letting all thoughts go, maybe just focusing on your breath alone. Maybe even letting thoughts of that go. Just being for another short while. You can stay as long as you like. If you feel like staying longer, please feel free. If you'd like to return, just gently bringing yourself back into the space. You can open your eyes when you're ready. Let me know how you found that. I'd love to hear how your feet feel now. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. It's really beautiful to spend time with you as always. Hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in that chair yoga practice. I trust you'll have a beautiful day. I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste. Bye for now.